to grammar school. We correct your life, not your words. Karen screaming at the sidewalk, drunks doing zigzags on the curb. Never bring a date to a roadside debate. Not cool to drive straight through a parade. No sex, no smoke on that card zoom, fool. Jesus fell, bounced back, now he's watching you. Ready Judge, coming up the Florida man. Tender date sees it all. Grammar school, we put you back.
And it's hot.
Choices on the big screen.
Okay. Well, I told you I was going to try to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm not wearing the headphones in case Mrs. G behind me hears something that she wants to add input on. She's packing some cup. We're going to do the Afroman trial. I have to do it. I'll tell you more about it after I get it started. Let's see if anybody joins. Oh, 3 people jumping in. All right, so we're gonna play the Afroman trial. Start with opening statements. I know I didn't schedule this, so if you're awake, you pop in. It'll be lovely to see you. Maybe I'll even open it up if anybody wants to join. So without, sorry about the mess behind me. Cups. All right, here we go.
Mr. Foreman knew they were untrue.
Hey.
And that's the actual malice that you heard about.
Shit.
He doesn't have to hate people. He doesn't have to.
What's up, Harry?
Anything else. If he knows they weren't true, that's actual malice. For public officials, he can't do that, and he did. Now,
hang on.
These deputies asked the defendant years ago to stop these posts, to take them down. He didn't. He ramped them up. Freedom of speech. I can say what I want.
I feel like I'm missing something.
You'll see what they are before the trial's over. Now, I'm going to ask you to come back with me to the summer of 2022. Adams County.
Oh, yeah, no, this is right.
Here in this courthouse, the sheriff's office
Leslie.
Downstairs.
Okay, I just started and I didn't schedule it. I think they started filming this just a little after he started, which just threw me off. So I'm going to just keep playing it. From what I remember, this is a killer opening statement from the prosecutor.
There's a group of deputy sheriffs, several of them. A lot of them were raised here in Adams County, lived almost all their lives here. A lot of them have had their whole law enforcement careers here in Adams County. Some of them left Adams County for a while but came back home here to be with the people that they know and know them. Some of them could have gone to the city, to Cincinnati or Columbus or somewhere else and made more money, but they stayed here in Adams County to be law enforcement officers, deputy sheriffs. They have wives, spouses, husbands, children, go to Adams County schools. This is where their lives are. 7 of those deputy sheriffs are here today. There's Randy Walters there on the left, Mike Estep beside him, Lisa Phillips beside him, Sean Grooms beside him, Justin Cooley beside him, Detective Brian Newland beside him, and Sean Cooley, Justin's father, beside him. What brought them together was some information that Brian Newland came across in the summer of 2022. Some information that caused him to have to do something. So he typed up a search warrant and he took it to a local judge. The local judge looked at it, approved it, signed the search warrant, and Detective Newland started gathering deputy sheriffs to help execute this search warrant.
I am super curious is what information they use for probable cause to get this search warrant in the first place.
and it was a search of defendant Foreman's property out on Russellville Road here in Adams County. Detective Newland will tell you that any search like this is potentially dangerous, so you like to have as many people as you can. The deputies had guns, of course. A couple of them had rifles, which is normal protocol in a situation like this. And there were about 10 of them altogether who were gathered to execute this search warrant in August of 2022. And these 7 were some of those deputies. The evidence is going to show that they approached, the evidence will show, first of all, none of these deputies had any idea when they woke up that morning that they were going to be executing a search warrant. None of them had any idea that by doing their duties that day, their lives would be turned upside down.
Duties.
That evening, they approached the premises, spread out the way they had it planned. They knocked on the door, no answer. Tried the doors, doors were locked, doors were secured. They ended up gaining entry with a battering ram, had to knock the door down. Again, that's procedure that happens in executing warrants when that's the way you need to get in. Nobody was home. Nobody was home. Mr. Foreman wasn't home. He was away in Chicago doing a show. The deputies searched the house. They found a small amount of marijuana. They found a significant amount of cash. They seized the marijuana. They seized the cash. That's what they do. And that was pretty much it. No evidence of a major crime was found. And so what happened was, after a while, the local sheriff ordered that decided there's not going to be any charges filed here, and so he ordered the cash to be returned. It was over $4,000 total cash found in some of Mr. Foreman's clothing and another place in his house. Shortly after that, shortly after the cash was returned to Mr. Foreman, he began claiming on the internet and every place he could that the sheriff's deputies had stolen $400 from his money, hadn't returned it. You're going to hear the evidence about that, and we're going to demonstrate to you that that's not true and that he knew it wasn't true. There was an independent investigation done by Claremont County, but that didn't keep him from continuing to declare that Brian Newland in particular and the rest of these deputies are thieves. Okay, that's just the beginning of it. Then he went beyond calling these deputies thieves.
Hey, for me it is, but
As I've indicated,
not for
to you,
him.
He called Brian Newland a pedophile. Not called him. He posted it, published it all over the internet in various posts. He found a photo of Detective Newland from a Shop with a Cop event that Mr. Newland attended with little kids, disadvantaged kids, kids in the community, Shop with a Cop, get them to know law enforcement. Mr. Foreman found a photo of Brian Newland holding one of these children that he worked with. And Mr. Foreman blocked out the face and put a smiley face on it and posted this picture of Brian Newland, and it says, Brian Newland is a pedophile. Watch your kids around this man. He likes to fondle little boys' testicles. Posted it all over the internet, not once, not twice, many, many times, seen thousands of times by people. People in the community started making comments to Detective Newland. His daughter came home from school crying because some kids had called their dad a pedophile. He used to coach cross-country teams. Some of the kids on his cross-country team started calling him a thief and a pedophile. He'll testify, he'll tell you that his daughters used to have kids over all the time. They like to hang out at his house and do things. After all this started, that stopped happening. Like, kids didn't come over. Finally, Detective Newland felt like he couldn't continue to work in Adams County anymore. Adams County was his dream job. He started here as a deputy, worked his way up to detective. This is where he wanted to spend his career, but things soured out. He couldn't stand working here anymore. He resigned his job from the Adams County Sheriff's Department and went to Cincinnati and now works for the Norwood Police Department. He commutes, drives every day because he felt like he can't work here anymore. Now, Mr. Foreman, as I indicated a moment ago, saved his most severe attacks for Lisa Phillips. Lisa Phillips worked as a resource officer in the Adams County schools for 18 years. She used to greet the children, including Mr. Foreman's children, when they were dropped off at school in the morning. Said hello to them, made them feel welcome. Mr. Foreman posted that Lisa Phillips likes to have sex with other women. He used other words. She ate my ex-wife just like pizza. Pussy, 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 eating, blah, 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 over and over, thousands of times on the internet. People saw it, people laughed, people from out of state, but people here in Adams County.
You got to think that was a bit of an over summarization, but it made Mrs. G laugh.
Would sometimes yell at her when they saw her. Hey,
Pizza,
Lisa
pizza,
Lickum
pizza.
Low Phillips. That was his nickname for her. Over and over. This has been going on for like almost 3 years now, folks. And it's taken a heavy toll on her. Her child came home from school crying, saying, because the kids were saying, did your mom have a sex change? Because of what they saw
Sorry.
that he had posted. We asked him to stop. He doubled down. Thank you, Judge. She's out on call doing her duty. Someone yells at her, hey, Lisa Lickum calls her a thief. She's had to miss days of work because of the emotional upset. Her doctor has her on medication. Because of this, because of lies. Just Friday, on the eve of trial, he published the most egregious thing you can imagine. I don't know if any of you have seen it. I think you will in this trial. It's basically pornography about Lisa Phillips. Mr. Foreman also targeted Deputy Randy
Let's see if I can
Walters
find
for
that.
special treatment. In several videos seen by thousands of people, Mr. Foreman declares, I used to fuck his wife. I used to fuck his wife doggy style. His daughter came home upset because the kids at school were saying, hey, is Afroman your father? We asked him to stop. He didn't. He's still publishing. There's new videos today coming out. In your face, I'm going to do what I want. Justin Cooley was targeted by Mr. Foreman as a thief. Sean Cooley, Mike Eastep, and Sean Grooms all suffered by being called a thief. They're sheriffs. They go to people's houses to do things. Hey, you're going to steal my money too? Their reputations have been damaged. It's harder for them to do their jobs. You'll hear all the evidence. That's what this case is about in terms of the facts. At the end of the case, you'll have to decide if Mr. Foreman should be held responsible for what he's done. That's what the case is about. Should he be held responsible? I indicated during our jury selection process the kind of damages we're going to be asking for, the non-economic, the value damages. You'll hear all the evidence. You'll have to decide, how bad was this? I think you're going to decide it wasn't just a little minor, said something bad about you. It was about as bad as you can imagine for these deputies.
For you guys, I'll post the link in the chat, but I found the video that he was referencing.
Reputation, pain and suffering, humiliation, personal embarrassment, loss of reputation, all that stuff, you're going to have to put a value on it. And I will tell you this.
Actually, I'm not going to post it. He was not embellishing when he was calling it pornography. I'll put it in the chat in my Discord for adult content.
As I said earlier, I'll try to help give some guidance. You can reject it or not, because it's your choice. But at the end of the day, I'm going to be asking you for a number for all these people that is in the 7 figures. That's how serious we take this. And there's also a punitive damages element that may go to you depending on what the judge decides. And that's going to be another decision you'll have to make based on how bad you think this is and what this conduct deserves that's been done to these people. At the end of the day, it's about what's legal, what's moral, what needs to be done to make up in some way for what's been done to these deputies that have spent their careers defending this community and living in this community. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Klinger. Turn around, Mr. Osborne.
All right. There's the prosecutor's statement. Leslie, Harry, what do you guys think? I think he did a good job. I mean, basically, his job was to present what the evidence is going to be and then just make a story, right? And the story was that these officers have been damaged, their reputations have been damaged, blah, 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 right? And here, I know you're an officer, but I don't imagine that basically, to me, it sounded like the result of this music video was that these cops were called names, and they're suing over this. I imagine as an officer, you've probably been called lots of names, and I don't know if adding a rapper's music video is going to change that. But okay, let's see how the defense does. Hey, Lisette. Hey, Sean. Oh, and if you guys missed it, the prosecutor referenced another video that Afroman released on the Friday before court, which I'm about to drop in my Discord under the NSFW tab.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to reintroduce myself. My name is David Osborne Jr. I represent Joseph Foreman. He does go by the stage name Afroman. And I want to thank you for your service today. This is not going to be an easy case. This is going to take a week of dedication of you to go through. Not an easy thing to ask, but something that we appreciate you are willing to do. This case is about the freedom of speech protections contained within the First Amendment of the United States and the Ohio Constitution. It is about an American citizen's right to make public comments about the actions of public officials, actions that took place in his own home, actions that took place within his home were part of his artistic, creative expressions. And Americans maintain a right to criticize, to mock public officials. and that includes law enforcement officers. On August 21st of 2022, Detective Brian Newland drafted a search warrant. That search warrant was based upon an interview conducted with a confidential informant. That confidential informant gave Mr. Newland information. He put it in a search warrant, and then he went and he saw Judge Roy Gabbard, and Roy signed it. From there, they went to execute it that very same day. Officers from the Adams County Sheriff's Office, 7 of the 10, descended upon Mr. Foreman's residence with a hastily prepared search warrant. For a man who's famous for a song that said, "I got high," the amount of force used was
Afroman
excessive,
Trial.
to say the least. After all, based on the song, a bag of Doritos would have been enough to take him out. But they deemed it necessary to not only go to his residence with assault rifles, body armor, and even a riot shield to execute their search warrant. And all that led to a destructive search of Mr. Foreman's residence. Deputies searched Mr. Foreman's home, every one of his outbuildings, behind the couch, under the hood of a car. And you know what they found? A couple little joints, which, let's face it, because I got high, that was expected. And then they found cash. His cash, not theirs. His. They seized all that. It was cataloged, returned to the office by Brian Newland.
Hey, Jeanette, I guarantee you've probably heard at least one of his songs. But yeah, just YouTube Afroman. His most popular song, "Because They Got High," is probably the one you've heard.
Newland then does what's required by law. After you search, you have to return a thing to the court that says every single thing you seized, a return on your search warrant to tell the court what you took. In that, he puts a number for the amount of cash that was there.
That's a fair point.
Now, Mr. Foreman, well, let me back up, because there's something I forgot during the search. For a search for marijuana, or whatever was in the search warrant, we'll introduce that later, they disconnected his security camera system. He has a security camera system in the house. He's had break-ins before. Most Americans, he has a security camera system. Yet in the middle of their search, they disconnect it. They say it's going to be because they wanted to take it for evidence. But you know where that evidence ended up? On the couch over there. Just disconnect it and leave it there. Now, what precipitated next is the primary focus of the lawsuit. Mr. Foreman did what he's done through his entire career. He took his life experiences and turned them into music, social commentary, and artistic expression. After all, one only need to look at the song, "Because I Got High." The lyrics are there. I was going to clean my room because I got high. He was rapping about his life then, and his posts are talking about his life and his experiences. During the search of Mr. Foreman's home, deputies' actions during the search was captured in 2 places. One, the security system of Mr. Foreman. Joe's security system was active until they cut it. You also have body camera footage. Now, we don't have body camera footage for all 10. Not everybody was wearing body cam. But the officers that did, there is body cam footage. And he used this footage from both those locations to make his music videos. He posts them on social media like Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and even TikTok. The plaintiffs decided they did not like what Joe had to say about him, or how they portrayed him, or how he used the footage of their behavior as their job as law enforcement officers, as public officials. Their response was to sue him in order to silence his freedom of speech, threaten his livelihood. After all, have you ever heard of a law enforcement officer suing a person for making a social commentary on him? Or have you ever heard of an officer suing anybody because someone said they didn't like what they had to say? Officers deal with it all the time. I dealt with it during my election. You don't sue people. you respect the freedom of this country and move on. Because, let's face it, if we don't have freedom of speech, what else is there? 250 years ago, the founders of this great country wanted to limit the government's involvement and what government officials had power over to say. And that's why we have the freedom of speech we have today. Before we get to the evidence, I want you to understand this case started with a number of claims. Of them, 2 were dismissed by the court.
Do not go there. Do not go there. You know and I know the jury doesn't need to know what's not there. I'm not hiding the ball. Claims filter out like they should. I gave the instructions. And you don't need to get distracted about what's not in front of you. Mr. Klingler talked about punitive damages. Maybe, but you don't need to know that because we're not there. I'll tell you that if you need to know it later. There's a lot of things this case is not about. So he doesn't get to talk about what it's not about. It's only what it is about. Go ahead.
Forgive me. I have to readjust my opening slightly. It should be noted that public officials, such as these gentlemen and Ms. Phillips over here, are held to a higher standard than an ordinary person. They're public officials. They are expected to be criticized and mocked. The evidence will indicate that Mr. Foreman created songs with titles like "Will You Repair My Door?" "Lemon Pound Cake." These songs went viral, yes. People connected with the message and understood what Joe was trying to say. The videos and songs resonated with the public because they addressed something that people care deeply about as Americans, and that is how law enforcement officers conduct themselves. Joe also made statements on social media about the search and the officers involved. Some of these statements were openly critical and expressed Joe's opinions about what happened. Statements about missing money. And he used some strong language, some exaggerated language. We call it hyperbolic language, to present his message and his opinion. But all these statements were a matter of public concern as well as statements about his personal opinions. The experience of law enforcement officers executing a destructive search warrant is well beyond question, as it is a matter of public concern. The plaintiffs are going to point to specific statements that Joe made. They're going to claim these statements are defamatory. They are going to attempt to remove them from their context. Statements aren't in a vacuum. There's context. If you get called a name, if my wife yells at me, there's probably context to it. That context is what we're going to show you. Because if you look at those statements in isolation and simply ignore the conduct that sparked them, you can't understand really what was going on. You'll be asked to forget much of that context of the statements. At least not the, I should say the least of it is that the plaintiffs are public officials and the public has a right to criticize them. The evidence will show that Mr. Foreman's statements fall into 3 categories. The first, many of these statements are his opinions. Opinions are not assertions of fact. They are Joe's subjective views about his encounter with these public officials and the execution of their duties. The First Amendment protects the right to express those opinions, even if they're harsh, even if they're mean, even if the person who is the subject of them hates them. They are protected. Second, many of the statements are exaggerated, rhetorical exaggeration, as you might expect from a musician. After all, if you didn't have Because You Got High, if I said I just didn't want to clean my room, no one would have bought that song. You have to exaggerate some. You'll see he used colorful language, sarcasm, and satire. No reasonable person would have understood these statements to be literal assertions of fact. For example, Mr. Foreman created nicknames and made comparisons to cartoon characters. No reasonable person would understand those as a literal assertion of fact. That is a rhetorical satire flourish that has always been part of our social and political commentary in this country. After all, pick up the newspaper, you're going to see a political cartoon making fun of somebody. Watch Saturday Night Live. They make fun of people all the time. They even made fun of Joe. It just happens. It's part of our freedom of speech and also Mr. Foreman's artistic expression. The third is
They're
the
both
extent
good, I think.
that any of the statements assert facts. They relate to matters of public concern. Matters of public concern are exempted. These statements address how the search was conducted, what actions were taken, and how Mr. Foreman experienced this as a homeowner with these people executing their hasty search warrant. Indeed, the public's concern for such issues is reflected in the viral response that his content got. The plaintiffs bear the burden of proof in this matter, not Joe. They must carry the day. They must prove every element of their claim. Looking at the invasion of privacy due to false light, it's one of the claims that they're claiming. The plaintiffs must prove that Mr. Foreman portrayed them in a false light that would be highly offensive to a reasonable person. The evidence will show that he did not. He used real actual footage of them performing their duties, stuff in the public domain. Joe's statements were based entirely on his personal experience and within his county of residence, which that is something I do want to clear up. Mr. Foreman lives in Adams County, not Hamilton County. Mr. Klingler was wrong about that. So he is a resident of this county. Regarding the defamation claim, plaintiffs must prove that Mr. Foreman made false statements of fact, not his opinions. That's very important. Because we all have opinions as Americans. It's one of the great things about this country is we can share our opinions whether we like them or not. Whether they like them or not, they can hear my opinions. But they must prove those statements were not opinions. Because public officials, they must prove that Joe acted with actual malice.
They must prove those are not opinions.
Rather than just simply exercising his First Amendment right. The evidence will show they cannot meet this burden. Plaintiffs claim that Joe portrayed them in a false light. What evidence will show? Joe used direct footage from the security cameras. We can see what they did. They executed the search warrant. It's all on camera. There's nothing false about showing them that way. There's nothing false about Mr. Foreman having opinions about how they did and them. However, when they executed that search warrant, that became a matter of public scrutiny. People could watch it. People could see what was done and form their own opinions. And they can share those opinions. And he has a right to create artistic expression based on those opinions, based on that content. The plaintiffs, it goes without saying that they don't like what Mr. Foreman said about him. But they don't have to. That's part of our right in this country. They don't like his commentary. They don't like his art. But the First Amendment does not protect speech that we like. It protects all speech within it. It protects commentary, criticism, especially on occasions such as this. It protects speech that I would not like. Speech I've suffered. It protects it. You may not like the speech you hear, but it's protected. Throughout this trial, you'll hear testimony and see evidence that demonstrates several key points. You will see the actual videos and social media posts Mr. Foreman created. You'll be able to judge for yourselves whether they are false, whether they're his opinions, whether they're artistic expression that is all protected. It's about the right to comment on criticize public officials without fear of retribution, without fear of getting sued. It is about the right to create artistic expressions that are matters of public concern. The plaintiffs are law enforcement officers. They perform a cardinal public function. But with that public role comes public accountability. It also comes a certain standard that you have to understand. And as public officials, they can be criticized. They may not like it, but it's allowed. Plaintiffs have the burden of proving their claims. The evidence will show they cannot meet that burden. The evidence will show that Joe's videos, posts, and commentary were artistic expression for matters of legitimate public concern, his opinions on the law enforcement officers, and how they were performing their duties. If the plaintiffs prevail in this case, what message will that send to this country if they prevail? It sends the message that if you criticize law enforcement, if you comment on how they conduct themselves, if you mock them, if you create art with them in it, they can sue you. That's not the America we live in. That's not why we have a Constitution and the First Amendment. That's not why the First Amendment is in the Constitution of the state of Ohio. Ladies and gentlemen, upon the examination of the evidence at the end of this trial, I'm confident you'll conclude that Joe did nothing wrong. While the plaintiffs are unhappy, upset with what was said, he exercised a right he had, a right that every American has. He commented on matters of public concern. He created art. He did what any stand-up citizen would do. He made his voice heard to the people. At the end of this trial, I'm going to ask you to return a verdict in favor of Mr. Foreman on every one of their claims. I'll ask that you vindicate.
I paused it at a bad time, but do you see the tie that he's wearing? The American flag tie. Well, Afroman showed up to court. I believe he showed up to court. If not, it was during jury selection, wearing a full United States flag suit. So I think they called each other before they showed up.
His First Amendment rights. And I'll ask that you send a message to the American people that you can criticize public officials and that we are not living in a dictatorship where if you don't like what is said, you just sue someone to shut them up. Thank you.
I think I was going to start calling witnesses, but I will tell you what this case is not. Okay. This case is not going to be an analysis of why the magistrate issued a search warrant, or what the facts were leading to the search warrant, or the backstory of the warrant. That's the subject for criminal cases. So the fact that there's a search warrant is what this case is about, not the backstory of it. So you hear people talking about criticism of the why and the whole deal. That's not relevant testimony. We're living with, there was a search warrant, nothing backstory. And this case is not about excessive force in entering. The court's already determined as a matter of law that it was not excessive. You'll see testimony of damage, but that's a legal standard about whether it's more than customary or expected in the realm of a search warrant. Search warrants are lawful forced entry. So you won't get, was that too much force? That's outside the realm of the testimony. And I call these the third thing. This is not about vindication of the defendant or messaging to the public. That's things that happen from the political branches of government, the legislature, or the executive offices. Messaging is not what you're concerned with. It's the message the jury's sending. You're not messaging. It's all about how these facts affect these people. So when these little distractions and diversions come at you, I'm going to try to continue to narrow and keep you focused, not on the distractions, but on the issues and the law. Otherwise, you're going to ask later on, why didn't the judge give us instructions on messaging? Because that's not how this comes out. So I'll do this periodically along the way when things start going astray. Ready to go, Mr. Klingler?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. I I don't know. I don't know why the judge felt it necessary to make those comments. I know there's questions, especially for me. I really wanted to know what the PC for the search warrant is, and he's saying that it's not relevant because this is not the criminal case. And then he's also making several other points that are not relevant in this case. But at the same time, we're going to see video of all that, which to me might make those things that he said are relevant. But I'm not a judge. I'm not a lawyer. This is going to be interesting. So there's the opening arguments. I think both lawyers did a great job. The prosecutor's trying to paint a picture that the officers have suffered greatly since the release of this video. And I think it was 2022, maybe 2023. Small community follow up on the video. Calling them names and blah blah blah. The defense, in my opinion, did a little better job. He hit every point directly and in order, starting with the freedom of speech, the right to criticize public officials, no expectation of privacy, let alone public, but in his own freaking home. Um, I think he touched on the lack of commercial exploitation, public record, the First Amendment in general, the right to criticize, not only the police, but the government, and then the freedom of artistic expression. So this will get interesting. This is going to be a long case, I think, right? We know. So if you guys aren't aware, we have seven, I believe, seven plaintiffs, and you can pretty much guarantee that each one of them are going to take the stand. And I don't know if they're going to have additional witnesses on top of that, but based on the publicity of this case, we're going to have a long witness list. From my understanding, the lawsuit's for $100,000. Now, that doesn't sound right to me, so I'm going to clarify. Now, it could be 100,000 per person, which would make a little more sense, but we'll see how it plays out. Now, if you guys thought that was it, that's not it. We're going to jump right into witness number 1, and I'm going to keep playing it until whatever they played during the day today is over. So I believe we're going to get through one witness in its entirety.
Tee it up.
Plaintiff,
Oh, and just so you know, we will see some of the music video or videos.
calls Detective Brian Newland.
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? As this, you shall answer unto God.
I do.
Thank you. You can be seated.
Dang, he was close to the mic.
You're a public official, we won't expect to have your private residence address.
What's up, Nabel?
Go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. Would you introduce yourself to the jury, please?
My name is Brian Newland.
And Mr. Newland, where do you live? No street address, just generally.
I live in Adams County, Ohio.
And how long have you lived in Adams County?
From 1995 to 2010, and then from 2015 to current.
What were you doing between 2010 and 2015?
I was in the United States Army.
Honorable discharge?
Yes,
What do you do for a living?
I'm a police officer.
And when did you start in law enforcement?
I originally started in law enforcement in 2014
And what position was that?
as a deputy sheriff
Where?
at the Adams County Sheriff's Office.
And then how long were you a deputy in the Adams County Sheriff's Department?
The Adams County Sheriff's Office was my first full-time job in law enforcement, and that was from 2014 until 2023.
All right. And why did you become a deputy sheriff?
After I got out of the military, I just wanted a job that I thought would be exciting, something different. So I chose law enforcement.
Do you have family here in Adams County?
Yes.
Can you tell us who?
All my family's here. My kids, my grandparents, my mom, my brothers, cousins, aunts, uncles.
Did your children go to school in Adams County, or do they?
Yes.
You were involved in the execution of a search warrant back in August of 2022.
Yes, I was.
And I want to take you back to the night of August 21st, 2022. Were you part of a team that searched Mr. Foreman's home?
Hey,
Yes.
Stacy.
What was your role in obtaining that warrant?
I prepared the search warrant based off information I was provided, and then I met with the judge and the prosecutor at the time prior to serving the search warrant.
And was a warrant approved?
Yes.
Can you tell us where what the subject of the search was? The property of the search.
It was the residence of Mr. Foreman. I believe the address is 1699 Russellville Road.
Okay, that's here at Adams County, correct?
Yes.
Now, were the other plaintiffs here in the courtroom, were they also deputy sheriffs or part-time deputy sheriffs that participated in that search?
Yes, they were.
And was Mr. Foreman at home during the search?
No.
This guy's got a smug look on his face. It's probably just his face, but something about it.
Were Mr. Foreman's children present during the warrant execution?
No.
Was anyone present other than you and your fellow officers?
At the time of arrival, no.
Was anything seized or taken from Mr. Foreman's home?
Took it.
Yes, there was some money and a small amount of marijuana and some miscellaneous drug paraphernalia.
Why was the cash taken?
It's common with any type of drug seizure. We seize the money in cases proceeds from drug-related sales or drug trafficking activity.
Was the money potential evidence?
Correct.
What was your role in seizing this cash, Detective?
I'm sorry.
Well, maybe I got ahead of myself. Was cash located in the property?
Yes.
Do you remember how much approximately?
Approximately $4,000.
And did you play a role in taking that cash?
Yes.
What was your role?
I was provided the cash, or provided the money that was located by another deputy. I counted out the money, put it in an evidence bag, and then at the end of the search, I transported it back to the sheriff's office.
All right. Did you take?
I mean, the look's a little sinister. It's kind of like he knows something bad's gonna happen, or maybe, he's watching a practical joke that he knows that's somebody's about to pull off. He's just waiting for it to happen.
Take any of the money?
No.
Did you ever take any money from the evidence bag?
No.
Did you ever take any of Mr. Foreman's money?
No.
Was your counting of the cash recorded on your body cam?
Yes,
And have you had a chance to review that?
I have.
Has Mr. Foreman accused you of taking his money?
Yes.
Are you aware that the cash was ultimately returned to Mr. Foreman?
Yes.
And can you tell us why that was?
The prosecutor at the time decided that we're not going to pursue any current criminal charges, and the property was released back to him.
Okay. Were you present when Mr. Foreman picked up the cash that had been seized?
No.
Do you know whether any press was invited to attend the return of this cash?
I learned that there was later.
Okay, but you weren't there.
Correct.
Can you tell us what happened when the money was returned to Mr. Foreman?
Your Honor, I would object to that. He's already testified he wasn't there.
Okay, let me rephrase it. That's fair. Was an allegation made that there was less cash than there should have been?
Yes.
And who made that allegation?
I believe Mr. Foreman.
How did you learn about this discrepancy?
The evidence technician that releases property had called me and told me that the account was short.
Tell us what you mean by that. The account was short.
Just that there was more money listed than what there was inside, and that was less money was returned than what was indicated
And where was this amount indicated?
on the bag.
On evidence bag?
Correct.
So I'm understanding you correctly. The amount of money that was indicated on the evidence bag was more than what was actually returned to Mr. Foreman.
Correct.
All right.
All right. If you joined late, make sure you check out the music videos by Afroman. The main one is going to be called "Will You Help Me Repair My Door," which is the main feature of this lawsuit. And then Lemon Pound Cake, about equal, roughly. And then Afroman, the Friday before this trial, released another one called Lick 'em Low Lisa. And that one's a little dirty and it's really long. So viewer discretion advised, but I recommend checking out all three of them.
And were you able to account for that discrepancy?
I wasn't, no.
What happened?
Once the allegation was made, the sheriff contacted the Claremont County Sheriff's Office to conduct an independent investigation.
Do you know whether an independent investigation was conducted by the Claremont County Sheriff's Office?
Yes.
And do you know the results of that investigation?
They were to determine that I miscounted the money during my original count.
All right. Did they conclude that any money had been taken?
They said there was not any money taken.
Did that stop Mr. Foreman from continuing to claim you had stolen $400?
No.
Did he accuse anyone other than you of stealing money?
Multiple times he accuses all of being thieves.
Do you know where he made these allegations?
Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, social media.
How did you learn about these accusations on the internet that you were a thief?
Friends and family were sending them to me.
Were the accusations true?
No.
I think you said you've reviewed your body-worn camera from that night?
Yes.
And were you able to tell what happened?
From what it appeared as if I began counting money, I stopped to reshuffle money that was in my hand and then began counting again after putting money down. And there was, at some point, there was a discrepancy in the amount that there was and the amount that I counted.
Was it a miscount?
Yes.
Now, were any charges ever brought against Mr. Foreman as a result of this warrant execution? I may have asked you that, I'm sorry.
No.
Sometime after the execution of this warrant, Detective Newland, did you become aware that Mr. Foreman had posted certain things other than being a thief about you on social media?
Yes.
And how did you learn about these posts?
Friends and family were also sending them to me.
Ms. Bradshaw, could we see Exhibit 16?
Yes. You need to switch it to the other, to the HDMI. I right. Record. So it can be, what is she wanting its card on?
She needs to switch to left wall, I believe.
It's loud.
There he is. And there's the suit. America. Yeah, barometer's been going up and down where I am. That's maybe plays a part in it.
You're gonna go to cart.
Yes.
You know what would suck though? His name is, his image is based on his hairstyle. Imagine if he was balding. Think he would keep the name Afroman or wear a wig? This would have been hard to find a jury. I mean, he's not super famous, but I imagine in this town. Oh my God,
Okay.
this is
Can
messed
you
up.
blow that up some?
Oh my God, this is gonna be a great trial. Fuck.
All right. Detective Newland, we're showing Exhibit 16. Can you tell us what this is?
It's one of the.
I'm about to laugh so hard I'm gonna cry. I know that's not right, but my eyes literally just watered up so bad. This is so messed up and so funny.
Post from Mr. Foreman that I was sent about me being a pedophile.
And am I reading the date right? September 2nd, 2023?
Yes.
I mean, eyes watered
And I'm not going
instantly.
to ask you to read it, but I will read part of it just to make sure it's in the
Somebody's
record
got a
and that,
grudge.
people are clear on what it said. This is the uneducated can't count pedophile police officer that stole my money. His name is baby-making Brian, child molesting, newborn baby mama, newborn Newland, Detective Brian Newland. I have a song coming out about him. The chorus goes like this. I pledge allegiance to the flag. Brian Newland is a flag. He used to play with little toys. Now he plays with little boys. Watch your little boys around Brian Newland. He's very bold. He will fondle little boys' testicles and butt cheeks right in front of you in broad daylight. This is a public service announcement. Stay safe. Did I read that correctly?
Yes.
Can we see?
Somebody's got
uh,
a grudge for sure.
$17, please.
I wonder when he posted this. Did it show the date? 2023.
Can you
So if you guys can't tell, Afroman was not happy about this raid about this raid on his home.
just scroll down so we can see the whole thing for a second? All right. So I'm not going to read this whole thing, but it says, in part, if you pay me back the money you stole from me, I won't tell the world
greasy bread.
about your pedophile pilgrim family, like your brother, that's named Will You Stop Sending Dick Pick Williams, a.k.a. William Newland. If you get arrested in Adams County, all you got to do is lie on me and Brian will let you go.
Oh, no, I'm hungry.
And is that a picture of your brother beside your picture?
Yes.
And was your
Oh, that
brother
was his-
convicted of a misdemeanor?
Yes.
What was that?
I don't recall what the charge was.
It was a misdemeanor charge.
It was a misdemeanor, correct?
Did you have anything to do with that crime?
No, I did not.
Have you ever been accused or convicted of pedophilia?
No.
Let's look at, let's see, number 18, is that a video?
Yes,
All right. Shall we play the whole thing? Or what, do we have a clip?
yes.
Oh, do we get part of the? Nope.
Yes. Baby making Brian newborn Newland. Yeah, the
Fucking
serial
t-shirts.
statutory rapist. With the pedophile brother fired from the People's Police Station. Will you stop sending Dick Pig Williams?
Making freaking t-shirts.
All right, and let's take a look at number 10.
I'm not gonna lie. This is making the the prosecutor's case a little stronger.
Is this a, yeah, okay. Let's see. He used to do hard drugs. It says there in the third or fourth line. Did you ever do hard drugs, Detective Newland?
No.
He snitched on all his friends. Do you have any idea what that's all about?
No.
Now he steals money from traffic stops, bogus raids, and from Adams KK County Sheriff Evidence Room under the camouflage of law enforcement. Did you ever steal money from a traffic stop?
No.
Did you ever steal money from anybody?
No.
Stupid.
Then down below it says, baby making Brian Newland t-shirts on sale. You see that?
Yes.
Let's look at Exhibit 15, please. And can you tell, Detective, is this a picture of you at the entering the or somewhere on the property of Mr. Foreman during the search?
Yes.
And let's take a look at 14. And do you know where this was taken? I guess you weren't there.
It
Took
appears
it.
to be the inside of the interview room at the Adams County Sheriff's Office.
Would that have been where his money was returned to him?
Yes.
And part of what it says is, when I went to get my money and we realized baby making Brian Newborn Newland had stolen $400 out of the evidence money. Again, did you ever steal any of his money?
No.
Let's take a look at Exhibit 15, please. Or did we do 15?
Yes.
Sorry. Number 2.
Telling the truth and the truth was the
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry.
Objection.
Yes, Your Honor, I would have an objection to this
Tell
video.
me what it is.
Your Honor, this objection is video because this video, if I'm not mistaken, was published within the last 2 weeks. The law on this has changed. Ohio has actually passed what's called an anti-SLAPP law, which therefore extends immunity to things, actually, in a way, increasing a person's freedom of speech rights in Ohio. Thus, this evidence to be tried here would be tried under a completely different standard than when this case was started.
Comments? Mr. Clayton?
That law doesn't apply to this case, Judge, or this evidence.
Your Honor, it would apply clearly. He has no analysis other than say that I submitted a written brief to the court on this matter.
Yeah, Your Honor, what he just said, it's not true. We can present the evidence.
I think that was submitted Sunday.
So, like, I'll note the objection, overrule it, allow it to be played. Got your objection down. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Oh, crap. Now I have to look up an anti-slap rule just when you think the law just can't get any broader, at least the practice of. Yeah, it's not a good habit. I have the same habit. I've slightly transitioned that to string cheese with hot sauce, which is mainly just an excuse to eat hot sauce, but it's not any better.
Can you expand it a little bit or not?
I cannot.
So we can see the sign? Okay. Detective Newland, can you see what that sign says?
Yes,
What is it? Would you read it for us?
they stole my money.
Okay. Go ahead and play.
Videos selling my truth and my proof. How can you take me to court when you stole my money and it's $400 short? You vandalized my property, and you filed a lawsuit properly. I'm a rapper, so I'm rapping. What? I can't talk about what happened. Videos I exposed my
So what does that say? Sorry.
I
What
can't
did
talk
you read?
about what
Did
happened.
you read what that said?
Yeah, Brian Newland stole my money.
Brian
Or
Newland
stole
stole
from
my
me.
money. And that was just published in the last few days, as far as you know?
Yes.
Can we look at number 3, please?
But telling the truth and the truth, posting videos, selling my truth and my proof.
Same basis?
Same basis on it, yes.
Noted.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
And you take me to court when you stole my money and it's $400 short. You vandalized my property,
I think that's enough
lawsuit
for now.
I'm a rapper, so I'm rapping. What? I can't talk about what happened. Videos I exposed my cause of.
And that was the same video, obviously. Does it tell where that was posted?
It looks like this one is on YouTube.
And the other one was Instagram?
Yes.
So 2 different platforms, same video.
Yes.
And can we look at Exhibit 9, please?
You ever heard this the saying that there's no such thing as bad publicity? This this officer with his smug face, it's just his face, something about his freaking face. He could take this whole scenario and do something with it to his benefit. Even though he still has the face, yeah, it might, but still. He can make some money off this somehow. Holy
And
cow.
I'm looking.
So, geez, man, he's got some resentments he needs to work through. Geez, look at this thing. Hopefully he reads it because I'm not gonna.
Specifically, about halfway, a little more than halfway down, do you see, Detective, where it's posted, not only did he steal my money from my house, he stole money out of the evidence room at the Adams County Sheriff's Department.
Well, that's
from my
basically what they're
house,
suing for.
making the Adams County Sheriff's Department the new crime scene. I'll just stop there. Again, did you ever steal any money from his house or from the Sheriff's Department evidence room?
No.
What's the platform?
Can you see what that one was, Detective?
I can't see on here.
Is that Facebook? No, it's Facebook. I'll represent that it's Facebook, Your Honor.
Facebook.
You, go ahead.
So, and we can take that down or whatever. We don't need to keep it up. I don't care, but
You know, we might not have to give Afroman steps 8 and 9, but we should definitely introduce him to 4 and 5.
done with the exhibits right now. Detective, I just want to ask you, the first one we saw with you holding, it looks like a child with a smiley
Yep.
face.
Yeah.
Yep.
What
And
was that
that's-
originally a photo
yep.
of?
That was from one of the shop with the cop events at the sheriff's office.
What's a shop with a cop event?
It's where the community donates money, and then local law enforcement will take lower income children to Walmart and let them shop for Christmas.
And did you participate in that event regularly?
Yes,
And do you know what year that picture was taken from?
I don't recall.
All right. And the little boy you were holding there, can you tell us anything about who that was? Not his name, of course, but who it was?
Just a cool little boy that got picked for Shop the Cop and chose me to be his officer.
Chose you to be what?
His officer.
And what did you do? Did you do something with him, shop with him, or what?
We put him in the cruisers, turn the lights and siren.
But I mean, there's a little more to it. I mean, I think they still have to prove that it is that he was trying to state that he believes that, oh God, what did I use during open arguments that that it's more than just opinion, that is perceived as fact, I believe. So I mean, I still think Afroman has a legitimate defense, right, on the First Amendment. All of this follow-up stuff, all these Facebook posts, all these extra YouTube videos are not helping his case, though. Especially, because we have to realize that it's the jury that's going to make the decision here, and it sounds like a lot of this was very recently, and I'm sure his attorney is not happy about that. I mean, the Lickum Lisa video came out on Friday, freaking Friday. So, if the claim was on the music video alone, then I still think he's fine under the First Amendment. But then the defense attorney is probably going to argue that a lot of this is a rebuttal to. This has been going on since 2022, so we'll see, but they have a lot on the specific topic they're trying to target him on. So it doesn't look good right now.
It's on parade through town, and we go to Walmart and help them shop, and we come back to the fire department or wherever and help them get their toys ready or play or and feed them pizza, stuff like that.
And you did that more than 1 year?
Yes,
And that was a photo that Mr. Foreman or somebody on his behalf took and used in that pedophile posting?
yes.
So, Detective, how did you,
Satire,
what effect did it have on you?
I
when you
believe, is
saw
what
these
they're gonna
posts
try to
that you're a
defend.
pedophile?
I was angry, sad, depressed, upset.
Why were you sad or upset? Isn't it just somebody exaggerating or making jokes or making a comment?
I didn't find it funny at all. I work in law enforcement, have kids, have friends, family. I was involved in the schools, and then I'm being blasted all over social media for the entire United States to see that I'm a pedophile.
Did you ever have any evidence that other people
Yeah.
were seeing these things, other than the fact that it's on social media? But did anybody ever say anything or do anything to indicate they'd seen it?
I've had comments made to me since day one.
Like what?
If you want the most recent example, yesterday there was a cheer competition at North Adams. I walked my 3-year-old son in to watch his sister cheer, and somebody asked me if that was another little boy I'm touching.
Yesterday?
Yesterday.
Where? What competition?
At the North Adams cheerleading competition.
What other examples?
Every time you go to an event, another comments made or somebody says something. Another one I can recall was meet the team night for my daughters. We was in line to get slushies and people were making comments behind me.
What comments?
Just called me a thief and a pedophile and why was I there? And then started playing some of his songs on their phones.
Some of Mr. Foreman's Afroman songs?
Yes.
This case isn't about your kids, they're not plaintiffs, but did this have any effect on your kids that affected you in turn?
Your Honor, I'm going to object to this. We had a motion, I filed, and never responded.
He knows better than to ask a question, because I don't care about the kids, because he didn't bring the kids in, so sustain.
What other indications have you had detected?
Oh, yeah.
People,
Better sustain
are
that.
seeing and responding to this accusation that you're a pedophile?
Just what's been said to me. It's been shared, been sent to me. I've had people make comments at games, while in the store. It's just so much stuff's happened. I don't even remember half of it.
So you were a Hamilton County deputy sheriff. Sorry, I said that earlier. You were an Adams County deputy sheriff. And
Were?
you're not anymore?
Correct.
Why?
I ended up leaving the sheriff's office just because of this, because of being called a pedophile and a thief.
Explain to us just a little more about why that was so upsetting that you actually left your job.
Because the sheriff's office, so I'm from Adams County, is where all my family and friends are from. The sheriff's office was my dream job, my position. I was friends with everybody, and it was where I planned to stay. It's been my career. I dedicated a lot of time, over 10 years, to Adams County. You know, whether it was calling at 1 o'clock in the morning or working 14 hours, I dedicated a lot of my time to Adams County, and I loved working at the sheriff's office. But it just got to be so much. If you go to a call or take a phone call or you make a traffic stop, something said. You go to Walmart, something said. I stopped going to my kids' games for a little bit because every time I would show up, everybody would be looking at me or something would be said to me. It just spared their embarrassment.
So when did you leave the sheriff's office?
I ended up leaving in October 2023.
23.
You have, do your kids' friends come to your house and hang out?
They don't anymore.
Did they used to?
They used to have huge slumber parties, especially on their birthdays. They'd have 10 or 11 kids over, and essentially once this started, it stopped. I don't recall the last time my daughters have had a friend over, if they've had one ever since then.
Detective, did you ask Mr. Foreman to take down these posts?
I didn't personally.
Did you through your attorney?
Yes.
And have they been taken down?
No.
Are they still there?
Yes.
Those are all of my questions. Thank you.
Is this a good time for a 10-minute break? Then we'll do that. Go off the record, take a 10-minute break. Thank you.
All right. I do have the next. Okay, so he's almost done. And then the defense gets the defense attorney doesn't ask him a lot of questions. I think this next part's pretty short. And then tomorrow I'll try to do the day 2. I'll try to do day 2 live if possible.
Just a few more questions, Brian.
Well, shit. Oh yeah, no, he was done. Okay.
You would agree that there was mistakes made during the search and counting the money and everything, correct?
Yes,
So it was not done perfectly, correct?
correct.
You mentioned that as an officer, you're supposed to take it and move on. Is that part of having a thick skin as a police officer?
I guess you could word it that way, yeah.
Is it correct to say that the officers at Norwood found it funny, but you didn't?
Correct?
So some people find things funny that you don't find funny?
Yes.
Your Honor, I have no further questions for this witness at this time.
We'll step down.
Interesting.
What do you got that's gonna get me 30 or 40 minutes?
Our next witness, Judge, is Lieutenant Lisa Phillips.
I forgot, you guys. This is gonna be a little longer than I led you to believe. But I'm trudging through till the end of this part. Which,
Did you get through your direct?
shit, how long is this?
15 to 4:30?
Man,
That may be difficult.
tired. I'll go get a snack. Oh, we're gonna see a little bit of Lisa Phillips, and we're gonna get I think part of the Lick 'em Lisa video, and then some more of the original music video. He does not like Lisa. If you thought he didn't like the first guy, wait till you see Lisa.
I think I can get through my direct, Judge.
That's the goal. Thank you. Let's go.
Yeah, you know, this one's tough for me. This one's tough for me. I think it's bad faith for personnel of the government to sue the citizens. At the same time, well, we know at least one of the officers is no longer an officer. I do believe that the words cause damage. You know, I'm gonna have to hear some more to make an opinion. I mean, my initial opinion is Afroman's house was raided legally by a warrant. They caused damage. They didn't fix damage. That's just kind of one of the results of a warrant. And he's resentful. You know, he came home after being on tour with his I think his kids or his wife and kids, and the gate was broken, the doors busted down, all their stuff was gone through. And then his only retaliation is the words that he has, and he took it to, this level. So we'll see how they rule on this one when it's over. But they're definitely pushing the limits to the First Amendment as much as they possibly can. And I have the feeling too. So I mean, the video I think was released in 2022, like I said, and since then they've tried to get Afroman to take this stuff down over and over, and I think they've sent cease and desist. And I think some of this is retaliation to them just continuing to show up in his life. I don't know if it would have stopped any of this, but who knows? Oh, man.
Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, as this you shall answer unto God?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. You can be seated.
Go ahead, Mr. Klingler.
Thank you, Your Honor. Would you introduce yourself to the jury, please?
Lisa Phillips,
And Lisa, where do you live?
Adams County,
How long have you lived in Adams County?
at least 24 years or so.
And what do you do for a living?
What's up, Otto?
I'm a deputy sheriff.
When did you start your career in law enforcement?
2001.
And what were you doing at that time?
I graduated high school in 2000 and went to the police academy,
Well, what academy did you go to?
Greenfield Police Academy in Hillsborough.
And how long have you known you wanted to be a police officer?
Since I was a kid.
Yeah, I'm not asking to mock. I'm asking because I want to know. Does she have some bass in her voice, or did she used to be he? And again, not mocking. I'm just curious.
What was your first position then out of the academy?
Part-time West Union Police Department.
And then when did you was your next job a deputy sheriff?
Yes, sir.
When did you start as a deputy sheriff?
September of 2002.
And do you have family here in Adams County?
Yeah. Yes.
You have a husband?
Yes, sir.
You have a child?
Yes, sir.
How old is your child?
She's 21.
And did she go to school here in Adams County?
Yes, sir.
Do you have other family in the area?
I got grandma and cousins and family like that.
And did you ever serve as a school resource officer?
Yes, sir, I did.
Tell us about that.
I took the job full-time at the sheriff's office as a school resource officer. Is what I started off as, deputy sheriff, school resource officer. Then was there for the kids, keep the kids safe, out of any kind of danger. I also was there for the kids, as far as bonding with the kids, and keeping them, as far as like way of life, just somebody else to be there, Sometimes they need somebody to talk to. I did that quite a bit.
And did you sometimes greet the kids when they got dropped off at school?
In the morning.
Harry, I really appreciate just the frank statement because I'm still I'm basically I'm looking for the Adam's apple, but I think you're
I
right.
directed traffic at the school.
And did you have occasion to know any of Mr. Foreman's children?
I don't know him by name, but I have let him out of the vehicle before, or not let him out.
I don't see the Adam's apple. Whoa. What happened? Oh shit, did it go down for a second?
That home was located here in Adams County on Russellville Road.
Yes, sir.
And how did you come to be a part of that warrant team?
I was called in. I wasn't actually working.
You weren't on duty?
No, sir.
And is that part of your job? Even if you're off duty, if you need to be called in for something, you drop everything and go do it?
Yes.
Was Mr. Foreman home during the warrant execution?
No, sir.
Were any of his children present?
Not initially.
Did you see any of his children that night?
In the vehicle with their mother.
Just to clear that up, can you tell us what happened?
Come in the driveway, and I was on the outer post of the house as far as like the perimeter area, and she pulled up with the kids, and I went over and spoke with her, and I told her it probably wouldn't be good for the kids to see us, you know what I mean? So they wouldn't be able to,
Okay, they came home the same night.
Do you know
be
whether
upset or anything.
excuse me. Do you know whether the children live there or do they live somewhere else?
They live up the road. Up down the road from there.
With their mother?
Yes.
So then did they leave or did the children never went
It's all
in the
good.
house or anything?
No, sir.
Did you take any money that night?
No, sir.
Sometime after this warrant was executed, did you start becoming aware of things Mr. Foreman was posting about you on the internet?
Yes, sir, I did.
We have some exhibits that we want to show you. Do you have them lined up, Natalie?
I have them pulled up,
Okay.
they won't play. But
Yeah. Let's go to the first one. Is that the order that we put them in?
I have the order.
Okay. Which number is this?
This is number 19.
Thank you. So Lisa, we're showing you what we've marked as Exhibit 19. This looks like a post from September 17th, 2022. Was that shortly after the execution of the warrant?
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go. If this is anything like the last officer, we're gonna be in for a roller coaster here.
Can we blow it up just a little bit? Okay, down.
Mona, look him low,
Near the
Lisa.
bottom of that first paragraph, just go down a little bit more, right there. Has anybody in Adams County verified her vagina? If you haven't, you should, or she might. Whoop out something bigger than yours. If this lady is your friend, I wouldn't leave her alone in my house. Or I'll put it this way, if you leave and your video system
I'm
is
going to
messed
hell.
up, et cetera, et cetera. And then down below a little further, my name for this particular officer is Lieutenant Mona Lickumlow Lisa. When did you first see this posting, if you recall?
Shortly after the warrant.
That was over three and a half years ago. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Let's go to the next one.
Oh my God, how many are there gonna be? For the sake of the legal studies, check out the Lickumlow Lisa video and download it because I got a feeling Judge might order these to be removed because this is not going well for you, Mr. Man, Mr. Afro Man. Otto, thank you so much for the super chat. Night school tuition, I really appreciate it. I'm gonna try to do this trial live. If I can't, because I don't want to overlap the regular grammar school stream because last time I did a trial, it got all messed up. So if I don't do this, the rest of the trial during the day, I'll do it at night. Although I got some shit to do tomorrow night, so we'll see how it plays out. But I liked the idea of doing a night stream, sparked by you, Otto. So I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
And you see here, it says disconnect after stealing my money.
What's the number?
Sorry,
20.
exhibit plaintiff's
Take my
20.
own
All right,
advice and
thank you.
download it.
Is suing me for humiliating her, giving her mental stress, ridicule, and the loss of her reputation. She doesn't like being called Lieutenant Mona Lickumlow Lisa full of shit Phillips, but she loves stealing money and disconnecting cameras of law-abiding, tax-paying citizens. That's March 25th of 2023, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Go to the next one. Which number is this?
Number 21, and it's a video.
Oh crap! It won't let me download it.
Lieutenant, look at low Lisa. Stop looking at pussy back there. That's your problem. You always look at pussy and you don't even know how many pussies you've licked. You don't even know how many video cameras you've disconnected.
What number? That was 21?
Yes.
Did you see that video when it was posted?
Yes, sir.
Let's go to the next one.
Lieutenant Mona, look at low Lisa. Lisa, ex-wife just like Lisa. She jealous of me.
22.
I don't need to know as much as the record needs to know. I work with me here. Go with me. 22.
22.
Lieutenant Mona, look at
Well, who knows, right? I mean, we know the guy smokes weed. The we don't know what the PC was to get the warrant or any details on the criminal investigation that led up to the warrant. But what we do know is that he did have his home searched. I know I was using the term raided earlier, based on the warrant, but they didn't find anything, and he was never charged with anything.
low Lisa. Lisa, ex-wife just like Lisa. She jealous of me and my love chill. That's why she disconnected my camp.
Was that the same one over again, or was that a different?
That is number 22.
That's
the same-
22.
Yes.
Same one, all right. Lieutenant Lickamlow Lisa ate my ex-wife just like pizza. Is that what you understood that to say?
Yes, sir.
Let's go to the next one.
This is 23.
Yeah, and the judge goes on.
Lisa, Lisa, ex-wife just like Lisa. She jealous of me and my love chill. That's why she disconnected my camera.
That's the same thing on a different platform. Do you know what, can you tell what platform that is?
Search YouTube.
And the other one was Instagram?
Yeah,
But let's, don't play
I
it,
think it's
just pull it up so
partially
we
a
can-
fact by the camera, but yeah.
It's
Number
YouTube.
22, yeah.
Here's YouTube.
That's
Is that,
22 again.
that's YouTube?
Yes.
I'm just trying to figure out which two platforms. Were they both the same platform?
Do you want me to go to the next, or both of those are both YouTube?
Oh, okay.
And then there's more.
I don't think we figured that out.
Yes, I don't know why we had two of the same one, but I'm sorry. Let's go, you can
Can we
turn,
stop here? So, for the record, are we saying that Exhibit 22 and Exhibit 23 are duplicates?
They are not duplicates. They are postings of the same video. One was posted on October 4th, 2022. One was posted on October 23rd, 2022. They were posted on his YouTube account on two separate occasions. One is like that.
Can we clear that
Thank you.
up for the record, Your Honor?
I think we just did.
I don't
Thank
know
you
when was, which
for-
one was posted when.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
You're thinking like I'm thinking. Go ahead.
thank you, Judge.
20.
Let's play the next exhibit.
24.
Yes. Exhibit 24.
Lisa, Lisa, ex-wife just like Lisa. She jealous of me and my love chill. That's why she disconnected my camera.
When was that
That's
posted?
why
Did
she
you see a
disconnected
date?
my
Is that a different
camera.
date? Or- Should have the witness testify, probably ideally
It's
if we can.
September
but-
25th of 2022.
Okay, and is that a different, that's a different date from the other two?
Yes.
Thank you. Next exhibit. Number
25.
25.
Lisa, Lisa, ex-wife just like Lisa. She jealous of me and my love chill. That's why she disconnected my camera.
And is that a different date? Whoops.
They look pretty damn similar to
Is that a
me.
different date?
You could almost say the same.
Well, it's not up there anymore, is it? Or,
It is up there.
okay. Can you tell, Lisa? Sorry.
Yes, sir. It's October 4th of 2022.
Thank you. Different date. Okay.
Oh, I wonder if they presented both because they're on two different social media platforms. Just to make a point about maybe expanding the audience.
Next exhibit. Is that it? All right. We have another
Yeah,
video.
that would make sense.
We're ready to do that?
Yes.
I'm just assuming I'm going to object.
Yes,
to the second one,
you're gonna
because I
object
think
to
This
this.
is the one I'm going to renew my objection on.
So don't play it, just tell me what it is first. What is this?
This is a video that was posted, I believe, last Friday.
Freaking Friday before trial, you stupid idiot. Oh my god. Yeah, Jeanette, she does. She yeah, definitely a contrast from the previous witness. She to me looks legitimately upset and not happy to be there. Probably sad. Yes.
Yes.
Your Honor, I will enter an objection on this. The law has changed. As I said, in April of 2025, a new law was passed, an anti-SLAPP law, which would apply to this, and therefore would have a completely different standard of evidence, and
What the
you are objection to it being admitted, or even posted at this point.
Mr. Klingler?
That law does not apply to this video or to this case, Judge.
Your Honor, that
Same.
pertains to matters of public, for the press. It also covers artistic expression and stuff. Just to have no analysis is not an answer to the question. But I will renew it.
It's a really good objection, and I'll be consistent and overrule it. We'll play it, and you might be right, but we'll overrule it. I think I'm right.
Okay, we're gonna learn something together, and we're gonna learn it through Google because this is new. This is the second time this objection has come up. Anti-SLAPP law. According to Google, the Uniform Public Expression Protection Act, UPEPA, was signed in January 2035. This is Ohio specifically. Took effect April 9th, 2025, making Ohio the 35th state with such protections. It allows individuals facing meritless speech-based lawsuits, SLAPPs, to file an expedited motion to dismiss, often within 60 days of service. If the defendant wins, the court must dismiss the case and order the plaintiff to pay attorney fees and costs. Key aspects of the Ohio anti-SLAPP law include scope, protects speech on matters of public concern, including exercise of free speech, press, assembly, and petitioning the government. Procedure allows the expedited hearing and triggers an automatic stay of discovery while the motion is pending. And I have a feeling that's why the objection is placed here. Right to appeal and applicability applies to civil claims like defamation or invasion of privacy that are intended to chill free speech. What I think he's man, I gotta get my little brother on the show. He's one of those fancy, expensive lawyers who does stuff just like this. But I think they're basically, I think they're basically the defense is trying to expand this evidence against this defendant to be like an all-encompassing type of scope, maybe where anything after the initial lawsuit with the facts presented might be arbitrary or should be excluded, maybe. I don't know.
Number 26.
At least until the case is resolved.
And this is not 26. I apologize, Your Honor. It's 34. Sorry, we're out of order because of the way that they.
34.
Then for the record, Your Honor, my objection would pertain to Exhibit 34, just for the record.
Did you see this already, Mr. Osborne?
Your Honor, when they listed it, I did find it and take a look at it. I was never supplied a copy, but I did find a copy on YouTube.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Wasn't in Discovery. Sorry, this is a trial. This live broadcast is for reaction purposes. If there's a part of this video they might play, but this is public court, public information. So if they play this one part of the video, I hope I don't get in trouble for it because it's definitely a matter of law, but we'll see. Basically, this one gets dirty. Oh my god. Remember, this came out the Friday before court. Evidence, YouTube. This is evidence. Oh, that's the part. You're gonna go back to it. Jesus. I'm gonna get in trouble. Still evidence, though.
You really don't know her. I noticed her voice is a few octaves lower. She's not too ugly. She's not too fine, but she's might look like something that's bigger than mine. Lick 'em up, Lisa. Lick 'em up, Lisa. Pussy like.
Oh my god. I'm so getting kicked off. Oh my god. I'm pretty sure I heard people in the courtroom laughing. Either that or it was her crying. Again, YouTube, this is evidence in an actual court case. It's evidence. Please don't get me in trouble. It's evidence. Oh crap, she is crying now. I feel bad. Well, sort of. Yeah. I tell you, Afroman, it's not looking good for you, buddy. Especially the emotional reaction. Whew. I feel like New Zealand came up today earlier. Remember, this came out the Friday before court. Meaning he could have gone this whole trial without this kind of evidence against him, but he had to release it the Friday before court. Yeah, not smart. I feel bad for her. But at the same time, I'm trying to figure out how to phrase this without being a total dick. Yeah, he messed up. Yeah, I don't know why they keep playing it. I am glad they're not playing it on the screen anymore, though. On our screen, at least. That music video it's like 16 minutes long. Yeah, but I think they did exactly what they intended to do. I know she was probably aware of it, but yep, exactly. They wanted the emotional impact on the jury. Yes, they. She knew she was going to react like that. The prosecutor probably talked to her before they played it, and they kept playing it for the same reason. I'm still surprised I haven't gotten an email from YouTube already, or shut or having the stream shut off. I'm probably gonna have to go back and blur that, maybe, probably. Well, I mean, technically, they didn't really show anything. They were still clothed, but I don't know. Well, so that's what they're doing. They are suing him. That's what the whole case is about. Damn, so he include part of a deposition in this video too?
I did not have sex change. I do not have a penis. I shouldn't have to prove I don't have a penis. Or I have a penis bigger than the rest of the guys I work with. And pull people over and let them pussy on me for fun.
No, I mean, it is for the live stream, but I can flip it after.
Look at me in the face. Tell me what is it? That's me. Obviously, it's right here.
Lisa, I'm sorry. I didn't know that hurt you like that. You know, you kind of intimidated. I know you. I'm sorry. You got raided my house. You knocked down my door. I was upset. I would never shoot you, or I would never try to punch you. I thought I cracked some musical jokes, and I didn't know they hurt you that bad. I'm sorry. I think you're a nice little lady. I didn't know you was a wild life. I'm sorry. I was just having fun with the bad situation. I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry. Oh, Jesus. Hang on, let's take a little break, everybody.
Yeah, I mean, I feel okay-ish about it because that scene definitely depicted something, but they were still wearing clothes, so I might be okay, but I'll probably still go back and add some blurs. So if you cut it live, then you get, you get the bonus, you get the raw side of it, unless the stream shuts down all of a sudden. Oh yeah. Oh my god. They're making oh shit. I just realized I forgot this gets a lot worse. I really hope they don't show it. If not, I definitely am not going to be able to get away with the next part of the video. Again, I posted it in the Grammar School Discord, but you could always Google Lick 'em Low Lisa Afroman. Oh, please don't play it. Please don't play it. Oh god, they're gonna freaking play it. Shit, don't play it. 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 Okay. Thank God. They go back to the courtroom. I wonder if I can. All right, so what I was hoping they wouldn't show, and I think they're showing it now, is that Afroman and Lisa make up. And yeah, there's a bed involved, and
Wait a minute. What the fuck? Oh, this. I did a show one night.
shit. Okay, I'm gonna click pause my way up to the screen to make sure it doesn't show what I hope it doesn't show. Okay, good. Yep, prosecutor's doing a really good job here. You can kind of see it in the top right corner. Luckily, they have the part that's covered up. They're gonna play the whole freaking thing, the whole 16-minute video. Oh, and by the way, this is almost over. I don't think there's a part 3. I think we get back to the defense questions with Lisa on day 2. Yeah, the Friday before court.
Okay. Is this part of it?
Yeah. Yes, very much.
That it?
I'll give you 15 minutes tomorrow to start. We're done. She's still under direct. You're directed not to coach her testimony. You can talk about other matters, but not her direct.
Understood, Judge. Thank you.
We'll start at 8:15 tomorrow, and you can have your 15 or so then.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
For your work today, ladies and gentlemen. We'll go ahead and go off the record.
Where's my button? Okay, there are exceptions to the First Amendment, and I mean, not exclusions to the First Amendment, and he probably covered all of them in that video. For him to release that video the Friday before court is, to me, it's basically him saying, "Here's your $700,000." That might have lost him the lawsuit by itself, and but remember, there's seven plaintiffs, and this is a civil lawsuit, right? The jury kind of, I think they're suing for 100,000 each, which which doesn't seem like a lot. But I think there's a lot of discussion on the types of damages and compensatory versus punitive damages, and so I think it's $100. So it's my assumption that the jury at the end is going to get to decide damages to award, if any at all, anywhere between 0 to, I think, $700,000. Again, man, I gotta bring my I'm gonna call my brother tomorrow, see if he'll comment on this case, but he's probably too busy. This is nuts. So some other context, right? Afroman countersued the police, and it was dismissed quickly by a judge. And I have a feeling that some of these music videos, these Facebook posts, these additional commentaries are a reaction to that dismissal by the judge. But if this whole case was just based on the music video alone, I don't see a way for Afroman to lose. But with this background shit, I don't know if there's a way for him to win. Now he's got to basically now his defense attorney is doing damage control, and best he can probably do is reduce the amount of money's awarded. So this is nuts. 7:15 in the morning for me. Shit, that's gonna be rough. That's gonna be rough. I'll try. Oh crap! I gotta dig it. I'll try. It's probably gonna be a reproduce at some point, but I guess I can always start it later. Who knows? But you guys are awesome for hanging out tonight. Shit, it's already noon. I mean midnight noon. uh, let's see. Let me cover a couple comments too before I close out. Jules, it's all good. You're on the other side of the world. I'm just happy when I see you. You know what's funny is I got a background that's like a trap version of your picture. I really, I'm always happy to see you, Jules. Um, it's good to do nights sometimes, although I'm dragging ass right now. Yeah, there's that too, right? He's famous, but he's not rich and famous. Um, he's he's not. He's no Eminem. So yeah, we'll see how that works out for him. He's got a good lawyer though. If you look up his lawyer, he's got a very famous, well-known actor. Very famous, well-known lawyer. He was supported by the ACLU, at least in pretrial. So, I mean, he's got civil rights advocates on his side. But I don't know if they knew he was going to post that freaking music video on Friday before the day before trial. Oh man, censorship law. Social media has twisted a lot of this. So I don't know. So I got to get my actual lawyer family members on. Plus, I don't think that was outside. I mean, the video looked bad, but I don't think it really needed censorship. And I think the part that needed censorship was censored. The part that I did not want them to show, the part that we saw was raunchy, but everybody was still covered. Raunchy, but covered. So who knows? Plus, it was on an 18 plus YouTube channel. 7:20 p.m. on a Tuesday. Yeah. So if his net worth is around $1 million, I mean, it's probably his house, right? Yeah, the ending was way worse. I'm very glad they did not show that. Let's see. I mean, I gotta look at the home values in whatever county, Ohio that is. But estimated worth usually factors in assets. There is a video though where they're counting his cash, and he had a lot of cash on hand, which is also interesting because they keep coming back to this $400 that was possibly stolen. But you do see one of the officers counting out stacks of cash, and it looked like it was well more than $400. So if they just decided to take just $400, like a random piece of it, that would be strange by itself. And plus, how does he account for it if he was out of town? The weird part is though, why did she cut the video, or did that actually happen? See, it sucks that we don't have the reasons for the warrant. We don't have the probable cause given to the judge. For you guys, this is late for me. I'm gonna ramble if you don't just start bailing on me. But I really want to know the probable cause for the warrant, because the warrant was for narcotics, and it was for kidnapping. Yeah, net worth of $1 million is not that much. I have 0 assets, and I probably have a net worth of $0. I don't fucking some people never mind. Yeah, $1 million for a guy that is a million times more famous than I will ever be is not a lot. Like I said, to me, it's probably his house. That's his whole value. But he still tours. I mean, this is giving him some more popularity. Hey, Afroman's back. We all know that one song. Oh shit. Let's do some sort of closing video. I don't know. Shit. Or is it better just keep them separate? Let me see. See if I have I don't want to use the word palate cleanser. Yeah. I wonder if this is the full video. I think this is me getting tased. All right, you guys hear it? Oh, that one like stuck to me.
I was trying to hold it.
Oh, that was a fun night. Okay, I'll play one more, then I'll close it out. If you guys missed the stream earlier today, I made a rough draft version of the intro video for my wife for when she joins me. So she knows this exists. Yeah, dude. She carries tasers around now like a boss. When she joins me, I'm gonna have an intro video for her. I found better fight footage of her, so I'm gonna update this. But this is version 1. This is gonna be the rough draft.
That can break bones. Smash! Queen of the channels, sweethearted hammer. Laugh while you're acting tough. She'll love you, then light you up.
It's my favorite part. Different hat.
No.
There you go. Oh, God, I love the Sprite challenge. All right, it's time to go eat some hot sauce and some carbs. Man, I'm freaking tired. This is a long day. You guys are freaking awesome. I feel if I have one person watching my stream, I'll freaking stream. And you guys are just the best. You guys are the freaking best. All right, I'm gonna tell you I'm gonna go to sleep, and then I'm gonna end up doing some stupid shit. Stay awake for another 2 hours and then complain about it tomorrow. All right. I'm delirious. Did I missed this. Like, fuck. I stopped functioning at 10 o'clock. Thank you so much for the super chats. I'm gonna flip this video over to members only after this, just for the sake of oh shit. I'll see if I get a YouTube. Since they didn't shut down the stream, I'll see if I get one of those emails. And if I do, then if this video disappears and comes back, you'll know what happened. Oh, okay. Okay, good night, y'all. I'm gonna raid nobody.
Welcome to grammar school. We correct your life, not your words. Karen screaming at the sidewalk, drunks doing zigzags on the curb. Never bring a date to a roadside debate. Not cool to drive straight through a parade. No sex, no smoke on that card zoom, fool. Jesus fell, bounced back, now he's watching you. Ready to comfort up the Florida man. Tender date sees it all.
and it's hot.
Choices